Give up or grind. Those are your options.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place. And I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. If you let it. If you let it. Now you, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. That's how winning is done. That's how winning is done. Now we all love this moment from Rocky Balboa. For those of you who haven't seen it, Rocky's son is basically blaming his dad for having him be in the limelight and in the spotlight his whole life, and that he hasn't made the life for himself that he's wanted to live, and it's all because of his dad. It's his dad's fault. And now he's wanting to go do another fight when he's been out of it for several years, and his son's mad and angry, and he's just letting him have it. And that's where this speech comes into play. And that's what today is about. It's about giving up or grinding. But what does that look like on a day-to-day basis? I mean, we go to work every day, we have our weekends off. What does it actually look like to grind? I mean, it feels good to watch that scene from that movie, and it inspires us. But when it comes to the day-and-day stuff, the in and outs, the mornings, the nights, what we do with our time, what does that look like? Now, I've come to the realization that the day in, day out grind of our lives is what gets us to the next level. And a successful grind, which is the only way you're going to get there, is a grind where you face yourself. You face your weaknesses, whatever it is. Not being able to get up early, having a hard time eating right, setting a good schedule, making notes and memos, maybe doing what your boss tells you, swallowing your pride a little bit. Whatever it is, it's your responsibility to take care of that. No excuses of, well, I'm just not built that way. That's not my personality. Oh, I'm just a natural born night owl. I can attest to that excuse personally. So I can't do those things, or I'm not able to do those things. That's just not how I am. Well, hey, if that's working for you, then keep it up. But if you want more, if you're wanting to get to that next level, it's time to get rid of the excuses. No one's going to do it for you. So you got to stand up, face your weaknesses, face your fears, face the areas of pride that you've struggled with your whole life, and do it head on. So me personally, what that looks like for me, if any of you know me, you've known I've had several jobs. I've had more jobs than some people have had birthdays. Because after just a few months, no matter how exciting the job started out for me, I get bored, I get tired. The day in, the day out, the same old routine and monotony just gets to me, and I start crumbling. I start giving up. So, my personal issue is consistency. It's discipline in the workplace. And that thing I mentioned earlier, about maybe doing what your boss tells you to and not being so prideful about it, that's me too. So I work in a telecommunications call center, and I'm good at my job, I'm good at what I do, but I have to do this call flow, and it's several steps of, I gotta say these things exactly this way. To an extent, there's some freedom, but I gotta do it on every single call, and I've been butting heads with that for months. And now, recently, I've just been faced with, hey, we gotta start doing this. And I had a choice. Either I was just gonna do what old John always did, and hey, it's about time for me to get out of here, or I needed to face my weaknesses once and for all and decide, you know what? I just need to do what they tell me to do. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm getting paid for. And you know what? I have dreams, yeah, bigger than the call center, but if I can't be disciplined in the place that I'm at now, how am I going to make it through the tough times when I'm running my own business, when I'm doing my own thing? I've got to gain this level of discipline right here, right now. I've got to stick through this job, and I got to do what they tell me to do. And it's only been about a week since I've been putting my own pressure on myself, thanks to my coach at work, who just kind of drove it home to me about why it's important for me to just do this call flow that I've been fighting so much. And I haven't been perfect with it over the last week, but I've improved drastically. And from last week to this week, every single one of my numbers and my metrics have gone up. And you know, a lot of times the reason why we don't want to do what our superiors tell us, or we don't want to do everything exactly how the rules say, is I think there's a little bit of fear maybe that they're right and we were wrong. And so it makes it tough for us to sometimes just swallow our pride and go forward. But that's what I'm doing right now in my life. Because again, I'm going through this. I'm going through this along with you guys. I haven't gotten to the levels of success that I've wanted to get to yet. I'm still striving towards it. And so again, these are just some of the little things that I'm doing to try to move myself to where I want to be, to my future goals. And one thing we're going to talk about in the next couple of weeks is how to keep yourself focused through those hard days, through those tough times, to improve our disciplines, to face our weaknesses and keep moving forward. And that's about the big why. Why are we doing all of it? If you don't have a big why, what's going to keep you on the path to success? When those tough days come, when you're lazy, when you're maybe a little tired, when you don't want to wake up that morning when you should, if you don't have a big why, there's not going to be a big enough reason to get out of bed. So, I invite you to join me. Right now, I'm sharpening my skills. The skills I already have, the skills that I'm already good at. I have an opportunity to get better at that. But at my job, I also have an opportunity to grow in areas that I know I need to be stronger in moving forward whenever I start doing the things I want to do. Traveling for a living and doing this, motivational speaking, that sort of thing. I want to be able to do that for a living, but I've got to gain some of the disciplines that I have now. I sometimes shy away from confrontation. I work at a call center. I deal with a lot of frustrated people. I have an amazing opportunity right now to face that weakness every day when I get a customer on the phone that's angry. So I'm using this opportunity in my life right now in a job that's not my dream job, but I'm using it to get myself to the next level. I'm using it and seeing and finding opportunities in my job that I can start doing stuff to cultivate a champion, to cultivate success. Because that's how winning is done. Now, if you want to keep doing what you've always been doing, then you're going to keep getting what you've always gotten. I call that quitting. I call that giving up. No one's going to do it for you. No one owes you anything, but you owe it to yourself. So let me ask you one more time. Are you going to give up? Or are you going to grind? Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. Move Me Motivation is kind of a new chapter of my life. I just want to do some motivational videos, some real life practices that I'm making right now to improve myself and get to the next level. Super excited. I'm seeing changes in my life already. I'm seeing successes in a lot of areas. I'm finding out that everything is connected. If I change one part of my life over here, it starts affecting things over here, making it easier to make other changes. Moving forward, we're going to be doing a lot of videos about building specific habits, some of the specific changes I've been doing, getting up early, eating better. We got some interviews coming up in the near future of some people that are already there doing awesome at that stuff, so we can get some first-hand good experience from them and some great wisdom. So definitely tune in. If you liked what you heard today, if you're motivated to maybe start doing something in a specific area of your life that you haven't been, that you've been avoiding, just put in the comments, I'm going to grind. And if you want to share your story about what that specific thing is, awesome. Again, I want all of us to do this together, to grow from each other, to work with each other to make our mutual dreams come true. So if you have any suggestions for some topics or videos that you would like to hear from me in the future, put those in the comments as well. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great week.